Whitecliffs Domain is owned by Selwyn Council and you can camp here for free in either recreational vehicles or tents, as Whitecliffs does not require you to have a certified self-contained vehicle. Because certified self-contained is not a requirement, you can use solar showers hung on a tree, but ensure you do this well away from the river so soap doesn't wash into the river. Selwyn Council also allows freedom camping at Coes Ford, Chamberlain's Ford, and Lakeside Domain. I'll make a video about Chamberlain's Ford Freedom Camp soon. Whitecliffs Domain Freedom Camp is 65 kilometres from Christchurch in the Canterbury region of the South Island of New Zealand. The maximum duration you're allowed to camp at Whitecliffs Domain is 28 days, so that's a maximum of 4 weeks before you have to pack up and move on. Please note that you're only allowed to camp during the summer season, which is 1st of November until 31st of March. No camping is permitted at Whitecliffs outside of these days, and Selwyn Council normally puts up a barrier to stop people trying, so make sure you plan your holiday between the 1st of November and 31st of March when the park is open for camping. You can see in the photo here that several caravanners have put up their awnings, so my guess is that these people stayed at least a week since it takes a few hours to put up these awnings. As you can see, the Freedom Camp is popular and every space is taken in this image. The fact that people are allowed to stay for 28 days means that the park can get more crowded than other Freedom Camps I've stayed at, where the maximum night stay is only 3 nights. If you're planning to stay over Christmas, New Year's or any time in January, please be aware that these freedom camps in Selwyn are very popular with both tourists and locals. I stayed at this camp in March this year, which is autumn in New Zealand, so trees were turning golden and the ground was a bit damp. Not many people stay in autumn, which is why there are no people in my photos, but over summertime it will be quite crowded here. The person living in this tent here is a homeless person. Homelessness got out of control in Canterbury during the COVID lockdowns, so if you stay at freedom camps in Canterbury you'll see homeless people living in tents like this. The council ranger asked him to leave as he had exceeded his 28-day maximum limit. Toilets are provided here, but the toilets are long drop toilets rather than the flushing toilets that you see in some other parks. These long drop toilets are nicer than the ones at the dock freedom camps, and there is a water tap outside for washing your hands, but obviously no soap is provided, so do make sure that you bring your own soap. One outdoor kitchen sink has been supplied with a cold water tap so you can wash your dishes or fill up your drinking water container here. There's one other cold water tap located in the camping area in case that's closer for you. Don't light camping fires here. There is one barbecue supplied at this campsite that you can use, but I strongly recommend bringing your own camping gas cooker as it's likely that someone else will be using the barbecue during the summer months when it's busy here. This is a freedom camp, so it's free, but the council greatly appreciates and encourages campers to pay a gold coin donation as it helps them to maintain this park and the toilets, water taps and barbecue area. A gold coin means either a $1 or $2 coin per night. Please don't forget to pay your donation, as the Selwyn Council makes a big effort to provide and maintain freedom camps for families in this area. Many regions in New Zealand have lately shut down their freedom camps as they cost the government so much money to run, so if you want to keep Selwyn's camps open, please do donate to them. You are allowed to bring dogs to this park, but you should keep dogs on a leash unless they are well behaved around crowds, kids and other dogs that are playing in the river. As with all campsites in New Zealand, no noise should be made after 10 PM at night, as these campsites are for families and children who need sleep after 10 PM. If you do hear people partying, drinking and making noise after 10 PM, call the police and report it as antisocial behaviour in a public park. The park rangers themselves don't actually work at night, and it's not their job to confront potentially drunk, dangerous people in the middle of the night, so call the police instead if something like that happens. If you do see people littering or just causing problems during the day at the park, you can call the council on 0800 Selwyn during work hours. I loved staying at this park, but one major downside for me is that Whitecliffs Domain is an internet dead zone. My 2 degrees phone couldn't pick up a signal at all, and neither could my Wireless Nation internet modem. This surprised me as I wasn't expecting a location so close to Christchurch to be a phone and internet dead zone. Having said this, my signal at the nearby Glen Tunnel Township was strong, so if you do need to check emails or make a phone call, simply drive 3 kilometres to Glen Tunnel where you'll pick up a strong signal. You'll also find a convenience store in Glen Tunnel that has a great range of supplies such as bread, milk, eggs, meat and frozen vegetables, and you can also get convenience food like hot pies and chocolate and crisps and whatnot there as well. The Glen Tunnel store was open 7 days per week when I visited. Also, the RV dump station is right across the road from the Glen Tunnel store, and there's plenty of parking around the dump station, so it's easy to offload your grey water and toilet cassette at that dump station there in Glen Tunnel. Statistics New Zealand says the Whitecliffs area has an estimated population of only 200 people. There are no shops in Whitecliffs as it's a rural farming area. A big thank you to Ally who bought me a coffee through the Buy Me a Coffee website. Happy travels, thank you, bye.